You all are laughing. Alabama Senate votes to make hormone therapy and surgery for trans youth a felony. And you're all laughing. This is what you're laughing at? Yeah. Yeah, you all look like assholes now. Mm-hmm. Under a new law, trans youth in Alabama could not be treated with puberty blockers, hormone therapy, or surgery. The state Senate voted to make the treatment a felony on Tuesday. Senators voted 23-4 to approve the measure, dubbed the Vulnerable Child Compassion and Protection Act. That's how you know you're getting your hardcore, like, social conservatism bullshit right there. Vulnerable Child Compassion and Protection Act. Honestly. Whenever you get something like that, you know what they're trying to do. You know what I mean? Anyway, you got your bills. The two bills would make it a felony for medical professionals to treat trans minors under the age of 19 with gender-affirming care. Violators, let me be clear about that, under the age of 19. Not 18, 19. Even hitting 18 does not free you from what would you call it? Medical abstinence in this state now with regards to trans issues. Now it's 19. In Alabama, the age of adulthood is 19. Okay, I didn't know that. All right. Violators could face up to 10 years in prison or a $15,000 fine. The bill also requires school staff in the state to disclose to parents that a minor's perception that his or her gender is inconsistent with his or her sex. Essentially, teachers will be required to out trans students to their guardians, regardless of whether they're ready to do so. So this is, and I want to be perfectly clear about this, this is exactly the type of thing that you would expect from something called the Vulnerable Child Compassion and Protection Act, okay? This is just an out and about, just fuck trans people, no reason, no justification. We hate them, they can suffer. That's the gist behind this. The suffering is the point. You know, I wonder what this will do to the suicide rates in Alabama for trans youth. I wonder if this will be a positive or a negative influence on that whole thing. Yeah, really, like I said, I mean, the cruelty is the point here. There's really nothing else to this. So some people arguing in bad faith, by the way, will say, no, this really is about protecting kids. These children at 4 years old are having penises stapled to them. Their bodies were being gouged out with complex medical procedures and shady doctors and back alleys, and we're protecting them, blah, blah. If you actually believe that this bill is about ethical medical consideration, first of all, medical ethics being decided by lawmakers who already are on the books hating trans people, yeah, a little bit of a bias over there, you know. I don't know if they feel like they might be coming into this one a little hot, you know. Second of all, why force school staff to out trans kids to their parents? Why? If this is actually about, like, medical provisions, why this? It's about cruelty, okay? It's about cruelty. The cruelty is the point. And it's unfortunate, too, because this is, as you can guess, this is obviously a rejection of current existing medical practice in that state, you know? Yeah, the ACLU has already said it's going to challenge the law in court. I don't know how long this law is going to be around, but I think it's really important to remind yourselves the existential battle that trans people, and by the way, right now, it's trans people. If they got what they wanted, it would be all the way down. Black people, all the way down to black people, okay? Right now, we fight about trans people because if we give up that fight, it'll go back to gay people. And if we give up that fight, it's going to go back to black people. 100%. If we give up that fight, it goes back to suffrage. And if we give up that fight, it goes back to slavery. There's no end to this. There's no end to the cliffside they're trying to throw all of you off. And me, too, I guess. It's always going to go further and further down. In a constituency that will frequently, bro, this is not how political issues work. My dog, my good friend Pellock81, I invite you. This is a homework, okay? You know, I'm like a teacher, kind of, except I have no credentials, training, or whatever. But in this respect, look up any information whatsoever about the revocation of civil rights in fascist governments. Just anything, okay? Just anything at all. You know, once you get fascists in power, see what they do. Do they stop at step one? No. They start at step one, and then they keep going down, okay? You never know how far these things go until they go. I mean, you can read up on the historical passages, but I'll tell you this much. Nobody in 1933 was predicting the Holocaust, okay? They were predicting bad things. They were, things are going to get bad. The Holocaust, though, nope. People were not, well, some people could. Sociologists could have. Anthropologists could have. But most people, no, couldn't have seen it coming. Things just get, bad. Maybe a couple issues get lost on. Never underestimate people's capacity for cruelty, okay? Never, ever, 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 okay? Never, ever underestimate it. People will run you as far down if they can get away with it. You know? I'm just saying the American populace isn't going to reverse these social issues overnight. Who said overnight? Who said overnight? The Republican Party hasn't even abandoned the fight on gay marriage, by the way. It's the official position on most branches of the Republican Party, like statewide, to revoke gay marriage, even though it's broadly supported by the American people, you know? And there are conservative Supreme Court justices who have spoken likewise. We already are getting Roe versus Wade seriously, seriously tested. We thought that was sacrosanct. We thought that was inviolate, that could not be reversed. And here we are in a position where under Trump, or maybe in a future Republican candidate, there is a real, genuine possibility of that taking place. And you think it's going to end there? No. No. Okay? Just be careful. All right? Now, this will probably get challenged, and this will probably get shut down. But just remember, okay? All these people are looking for is an opportunity. That's it. They're just looking for a shot, and then they'll get you. Okay? Stay wary. And I really do hope this ends up getting taken down and challenged, because my God, being a... Man, don't you have enough on your plate being trans in Alabama as it is?